Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Genzio Media House out here in Austin for Consensus. Today I'm joined by Cade, the host of the Wolf Web3 Spaces. Cade, thanks so much for joining today.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, most definitely. So what are you looking forward to out here in Austin?
Well, it's the first time rolling with the Wolf Financial Squad. Been doing a bunch of stuff with Near Foundation and Near Protocol, so it's kind of nice to rolling with a new squad of people, spending a bunch of time working with the Wolf Squad because they've got quite a team and a system that they're building. So it's been fun to be part of that and sort of be in startup land for a while. There's a period during the end of the bear market where I was like, man, I would love to have something to do and to pour a bunch of energy into and to get my self-discipline in check, and it was lacking a little bit. And then this Wolf Financial opportunity popped into the DMs, and I was like, okay, let's run with it. I've been doing spaces and interviews and content forever. They're asking for people to do content and spaces. Like, I'm in. Let's do it. So just meeting everybody and meeting people and connecting with people and having a good time.
Awesome. Now, first off, I love your sunglasses. Those are pretty epic. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Set the mood here. But I guess, what was your intro into Web3, right? You said this Wolf opportunity popped into your DMs. You must have been up to something prior to that.
Yeah, so just for a little bit of context, I started making Web3 content summer of 2021. And in about 2 months, I took that to full-time. I got lucky a little bit just because the NFT boom was happening. So about 10 years of making videos, zero luck on YouTube at all. And I was literally about to give up. I was living in a car. I was traveling, trying to do this travel vlog life. Didn't happen. You know, long story short, I eventually was like, let me just make a video on NFTs. Literally in a parking lot in Iowa. Posted the video, got like 250 views. And I was like, okay, I'll run with that. So I stopped traveling. I moved in with my parents for a little bit and said, hey, I'm going to just start making some NFT videos and see where it goes. That led to reach out from a couple companies. I was doing a lot of podcasts. I was doing a lot of reviews of projects and companies. And then I was like, wait a second, there's like nobody doing this. I'm like literally the only person. So I took that and ran with it and did like 1,000 videos. I was doing like 2 or 3 a day, 12 TikToks a day, going just all in on content. I was able to get connected with Virtus Media, and they do a bunch of stock company reviews. So I was able to dip my toes into TradFi world a little bit. Met Austin, who's the CEO over there. Worked with him for 2 years, and then he's good friends with Gav from Wolf Financial. And then they were like, yo, we're looking for a guy. And Austin was like, I know a guy. And so all those hours of essentially, it felt like wasn't working out, sort of paid off all in one thing. It was one of those like lucky, but it like took 10 years to kind of get there. So yeah. Yeah,
you know, and I think that everyone can get lucky, but you know, your odds of getting lucky increase every day that you show up.
And if you get lucky before you're ready, you're gonna botch it more than likely. Like if you don't know what you're doing, you get 12 million views one day, and then there's all this expectation, but you have no idea what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, you could learn. Some people learn on the fly, and they make it, and they go absolutely nuclear with it. For me, I'm kind of glad the way it ended up panning out. You know. For sure. So. Yeah. No, and I think, you know, everyone who reaches some sort of, you know, success, whether it be big or small, experiences luck in some way, right? And it's just showing up every day, right? And you will get lucky. Maybe it's a lot of luck, maybe it's a little luck, but the more you show up, the more chance there is that you're gonna just get that taste of luck, right? So yeah, and you also everyone brings in something that they know about something. And for me, I studied YouTube forever because I wanted to be a YouTuber. So I started picked up on things and was kind of sponging opportunities, sponging how things work. And I noticed early on, I was listening to a lot of Gary Vee. Okay. And he had all this, you know, just like do this, post. And I was like, okay, cool. So I started doing that, but then I realized quickly that I wanted to work with specific, I wanted to get in contact with specific people, have certain types of conversations and content. And I realized I needed to target my content towards specific people. So I was like, okay, well, I want to be in these high-level conversations. I want to be connected with cool people. I don't want to be in this degenerate part of crypto for too long. How do I do that? And I was like, target the CEOs. So I made videos that they would see, got less views, but the connections were there, leveraged some of those opportunities, shot some cold DMs, was able to get, you know, especially in the podcast arena, you get 1 or 2 cool people, that opens the door to 100 people. And then you kind of go from there and you work your way up, and it's bricks on bricks on bricks, and it takes forever. But yeah.
No, and it's pretty fun, right?
It is.
Like, you never know what's around the corner.
Definitely.
Very cool. So I guess maybe you can talk about kind of what you do at Wolf. I know you're the host of the Web3 section over there. What's that going on? What are some things on your horizon?
Man, there's a whole lot of stuff. Wolf Web3, every week that I work there, the broader the vision gets for me, because I'm starting to learn more about what they're doing. We spend an enormous amount of hours. It's like I said, it's a startup essentially with the Wolf brand, but we've made strides pretty quickly, and I'm learning on the fly as I always do. Charles is literally one of the best operators I've ever met in my life. Gav is a total. He's a beast. Like there's no way you can host 5,000 hours of spaces, be that guy, and not know something. So I identified that really early on, as I was like, this is a really cool opportunity. I could learn a ton here, if I put my pride to the side, I know I've been doing interviews for a long time. I know I have a way of doing things,
Sure.
but I'm surrounded by some really, really good people here who have good hearts. Like what Charles was saying in the podcast before, it really is true. Like they are really good people, and that's like tremendously important on a team. And if you don't have that, it gets real toxic real fast, and it can fall apart just as fast as it comes. You know, it falls over like the Tower of Babel, and so you don't want that. And so for me, that was really important. I was doing a lot of content. I was busy with Near Foundation, putting out an enormous amount of content, and I was like, there's no way I can take this on. And the more I work with them, the better it's gotten. You know, we're adding spaces. Sometimes I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to fit all this into my schedule. You just get it done. I'm aware that God was putting in an enormous amount of hours as well. Charles is, you know, putting in an enormous amount of hours. Everybody's putting in work. And so to know that, and to know that I'm also doing the same, it keeps me in the game. And I just know each space we get more people, get more guests, and it's kind of where we're at right now. So I have a great time.
Sick. That's awesome to hear. Yeah. I mean, definitely, you know, it seems like you guys are all a solid team. You know, I've talked with some of those Wolf guys before, and every time it's just a very pleasant conversation, right? Everyone's very reasonable person, and always enjoy that.
Definitely.
Is this also your first event?
No, I've been doing, so like I said, I've been doing the NFT stuff. So I got into the events like in 2021, pretty much right off the bat with NFT NYC. So I've been to a ton of events. I did the vlogs. I did these POV style cinematic vlogs, I guess you could call it. And I wasn't seeing too many people doing it. And so I just made them really high level, and I made sure that certain people saw it. And I was like, okay, after like 5 of these, someone's going to pay me to make one of these, and I'm going to not have to pay for everything. And so that's kind of what I did, was able to slowly work in some sponsors and slowly figure out how that works without a million followers. Like, how am I supposed to get these sponsors? I know there's a way. And so I kind of just figured out a way, and I can leverage relationships, leverage some of the business side that I learned through content. And it's been a great time. It's been a great time. But yeah, I've been to, it's probably like my 10th, at least 10 events. So I'm not sure. I just got back from ETH Korea, or ETH Seoul, and Build Asia. You know, we have a bunch of events with Near Foundation this year. We've like one literally every single month. I think we're going to Belgium, and then we're hitting Italy, like Milan, and then we're hitting Bangkok in Thailand. So it's going to be a wild year. So I'm gearing up for it. I'm ready. I got my camera on me at all times, you know, so I'm stoked.
Well, at least you got your glasses and your hat.
Dude. Cannot be beating these glasses. They're endless. I love them.
Sure. Well, we are running out of time here. Is there anything else you'd like to close with?
Oh, man. No, honestly, I think if you want to make content, especially, like I've been leading video for a long time, and now I'm entering the spaces game. But if there's a thesis you have and it's backed by some serious thought, and you think this is going to work, and you don't want to compromise your values, it may take longer, but I'm like actual living proof that you can get it done, and it may be real scrappy for a while, but it really can be done. And Web3 is a beautiful place to get it done, and it's really awesome, and there are opportunities that are very unique to this space. So if you're in Web3 and you want to get things done, and you haven't, you're a year in or something like that, I say keep going, and you never know what can happen. Just keep going, you know? Beautiful. I agree with that 100%. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. I think, you know, amazing hearing what you're up to, and definitely, you know, tune into that Wolf Web3 space and hear the man talk.